Hey, dollies, divas, and dope dudes alike. Welcome to Kvnt Radio, where we talk dicks, dolls, dollars, divas, and daddies. Basically, all things Kvnt. The only podcast on SoundCloud that serves it to you raw, rare, and most importantly, real. Okay, a lot of these bitches don't know
Okay.
about fucking real. I'm Claire Mach, aka Mother Kvnt, and also, the Femme Thug. And this is my baddie motherfucking bestie, Brooklyn, the
Mwah.
infamous one and only diva,
Hello.
the one and only.
The one and only.
Know how to make that very motherfucking clear.
Okay.
But sis, before girls think that we're bullying them, sis, go ahead and give them our little warning so we don't get sued by you bitches.
Oh, okay. We are here at Cunt Radio, mean no ill will or intent to anyone or anything mentioned. Anything stated is all alleged unless proven otherwise. We absolutely do not condone any bullying. Cunt Radio is neutral, unbiased space where we keep it real, raw, and unfiltered. If you feel hit, cry. No shame.
No shade, and it's gonna be a lot of crying, sis.
Okay. All this chatting about who cut the little bitch up in that. Post the pics and I watch all my favorite niggas spin back. It ain't tricking if you got it, pussy niggas spin that. I hold grudges and I'm always gonna get my lip back. All this chatting about who cut the little bitch up in that. Post the pics and I watch all my favorite niggas spin back. It ain't tricking if you got it, pussy niggas spin that. I hold grudges and I'm always gonna get my lip back. I'm a bad bitch, so content.
A lot of girls, they really, really, really love our relationship. Like, they love us being best friends. Like, remember that situation we literally had, like, not even, like, a couple days ago? And it's no hate to anybody. I don't know, like, and what's so crazy about, like, the perceptions of us is, like, people think that, like, you're the nicer one and I'm,
And
like,
you're
the
the meeting
meaner
one.
And it's,
That's how
like,
it is,
that
though.
cannot be any farther than the truth. Because it's, like, I really am, like, the more so nicer one. But I don't know, like, I
Are
feel like
you?
when it comes to social media, I am. Wait, what are you trying to
Oh,
say?
sorry. Continue.
Oh, the girls is getting shady. But
Hmm.
no, I feel like okay, we're both equally bitches. I'm not gonna lie, we are bitchy. But I feel like when it comes to you're the one that's gonna be quick to rip a girl's head off. Me, I'm gonna, flip my wig
Yeah.
and it's gonna take a little bit. But it's like online, people have this perception where it's like I'm the stuck up mean diva that won't talk to anybody and you're like the one that's like they talk to. And it's like that situation we had where that girl literally had like unsent a message and it was the
Oh,
sweetest message I ever seen that like broke me down. But I'm like, we get that so much. It's like, honey.
so much. I love her, though. Shay. She was like,
Love her down. She's such a sweetheart girl. And shout out to
shout out
you,
to
baby. You're the
her.
first thing that we bring up. But with us being such beautiful bitches and best friends, believe it or not,
Okay.
of like what, like 5 years,
Five,
honey.
6. Yeah, one of those.
Girl, so I just want to ask, like, is there such a thing as pretty best friends?
There wasn't, but until we met and we started, knowing each other, growing in our looks. That I feel like
Hmm.
we're the first one in the USA to ever be pretty best friends. No shame.
Yeah, and I feel like we're world renowned besties. Like everybody wants to be us. Everybody tries to be us.
Tries
And
to
with a
like
lot of people, with us just being so gorgeous, like we just face so much
and
jealousy.
hate, which is normal.
And it's like, why do you think that we get that though?
Because I honestly feel like we're both confident bitches and we confident
Obviously.
with the looks. That's trouble
Hmm.
in paradise for hoes. So they don't know how to take it. So they just hate on the low. And then they try to be us on
Obviously.
the low too. So it's like, damn bitch, like we never win, but we always do.
But it's like they always secretly give us our flowers, and what I noticed is like a lot of people they'll try to like they'll be so jealous and they'll try to like spew out these rumors of
Hmm.
like us like not even really being friends to each other for real because I'm not like in your face 24/8 or because we don't drag each other around. And I feel like honestly, those people that you see always around each other all the time,
They're the
they be the ones
haters.
that have the hardest fallouts with each other, and they be the ones that be like secretly not even friends whole time. And I feel like if you're really best friends, why are you doing it for the approval of the internet?
Why?
Like I never thought of our relationship. I feel like the reason why our relationship is so strong and why it lasted so long and why it's going to last for eternities to come is because like we're not doing this for other people, and also we have that strength and that built-in like just vulnerability with one another. I can literally tell you like, girl, I killed someone last week, bitch. I can tell someone they like, bitch, I have a wart growing on my damn pussy. Like I can tell you anything and like literally show you anything. We literally talk about everything. That seems
And I
off
would never throw it
limits.
in your face.
And you would never throw in my face. But at the same time, it's like I literally don't really think there's anybody I really have that comfortable. Like I don't have to look over my shoulder to talk to you. And like even if
Exactly.
there's like weird times and things that I feel like is really bizarre, no matter what it is, and I feel like that's the same on both ends. Like we just have that transparency with each other. And I feel like being coming from social media, a lot of times you're kind of conditioned to think like everybody is out to get you. And like, girl, we have both equally been burned, no shade, but I feel
Hmm.
like what matters, what makes me so happy is like knowing that even though people may think this about us and think this about me and that about you, like we know who we are and we have each other's backs before anybody else.
No shame.
But why do you think
And
a
that's the
lot of
truth.
other girls don't have that? Like, why do you think a lot of other girls like relationships don't last long? Because we will see a lot of friends like, especially online, especially like in the corner that we're in. Like, you see a lot of these people. They come in like strong friends and close friends, and then they just like immediately have the nastiest fallout.
No shade. Jealousy is a big thing. Like if you're just so hateful and you like and anybody can be jealous. Like even a bitch that has billions of dollars and they have everything that you don't have.
Hmm.
they will still be envious of what you have with nothing, you know? Like you can still be the baddest bitch and they have cars and monies and rings and perfumes and makeup and all this other stuff and you can have nothing but, you know, your looks and the way you carry yourself is better. And they're like, oh, well, I don't have the confidence like that, so let me hate on this bitch. So,
And
like, you
I
know,
noticed a lot of these, like, I feel like, do you feel like the internet has a lot to play into, like, why people even have best friends in the first place?
um, I low key do. I feel like they want the perfect best friend, like type of duo, but it just sometimes doesn't work. Like, you
Mm,
know, like the other person might not be down being on the phone all day or being in the camera taking pictures or doing what you want to do. Like they want to do
yeah.
something else, you
And
know?
I feel like the perfect part about that is like that is not being a best friend. Like you don't have to be on the phone
At
24/7.
all.
Me and you, we have times where we don't even talk for 3 damn months, but we still have that left for each other. Like you're still my bestest bitch, and I wouldn't trade you in for the world. But at the same time, I feel like it's just that willingness of what is that compromise. Honestly, you have to be able to take that person with the good and the bad of everything, and like you kind of with you and what I love so much about you is like you know me through and through, and like people have said the most bizarre things, and bitch, you just know like to just brush it off your shoulder no matter what because like honey, you know me, and that's the
I
same
know
thing with me and
you.
you. Like I feel like a lot of people they're so quick to like, you know, turn on people and they're so quick to just leave people because that's like the best thing to do and everybody wants to fit in. It's this fit in culture, especially with this industry that we're in, which we're gonna get into in a
Hmm.
second. Like I just feel like fit in culture is such a crazy thing. I've just seen it just like break relationships down so to a T. It's honestly so sad. And it's like people that you would never think have like competition. People have been trying to put us in competition for so long, it's like we don't give into it. But for the people that do, why do you think like it's such a big deal to like have us in competition? Like, why do you think people like want us to be in competition so bad?
Um, I don't know. Like, I would honestly say, like, because they haven't seen like a good gay relationship duo,
Hmm.
like friendship, so long. So they would want to see a side of us. They want to see what we're made of. Because sometimes we're quiet in front of people. Sometimes we're loud.
Hmm.
So you know, they just want to see the both of us just go at it, like da da da. You know, like it's kind of weird, but that's how people's mindset nowadays are. It's not cute for them.
Me and you and I, we both do music. We both do completely different music, but we still support each other the same. We both live for each other's shit. Bitch, I love to play some damn diva, bitch. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay.
But I just feel like us being in this industry, why do you think like everyone is so cutthroat and so hard? Why do you think it's so hard to like find other friends or make friends?
Because if people don't know, SoundCloud is where we rap at, and people
Yes.
on there they just love competition.
Hmm.
Like, can't make up a song without dissing somebody. They can't think of a chorus without saying somebody's name.
Absolutely.
So that's why there's so much beef on SoundCloud, and girls don't want to, you know, be like, "Oh, I live for you," because they think mean girls they're gonna like just get attacked, or you know, they're gonna get people are gonna put them on blast and stuff like that. So that's what that's honestly what I
I don't
feel.
know, like I just feel like it's such, and that's just like I realize that's not even just SoundCloud. That's like the music industry in general. I don't know, like industry best friends, they just never freaking last. Like even when I look at like people like Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey, like even with the Ice Spice and fucking Cleo Trapper situation, bitch, can we get into that for a fucking second?
Oh,
Are you me? No, because this is so heartbreaking. Because like me and you, like we literally love Ice Spice, like loved her, like love her.
I love that. I went to her concert.
I still,
Like,
and I saw her at the Jingle Ball. Bitch, when I tell you that bitch is an experience, and she's so gorgeous in person, so gorgeous in person.
so gorgeous.
So like my whole thing with that whole thing, and I get it. Like it's like obviously, I have a pretty controversial take on that, honestly, because like
Mm,
from what I understand, like I just feel like honestly, I think to a point where like everybody doesn't like her. They always. I feel like that's what any girl in the industry. Look at girls like Tyler. And like people are gonna find every reason not to like you. She's a gorgeous girl, and I feel like a lot of girls are really jealous of her because like me, they don't really have to do that much to get in. All she really got to do is show up and get the party turned. A lot of bitches they have to spend years and years and years of just doing shit, and they're still not anywhere. Baby Storm.
anywhere.
So it's just
Oh,
like I feel like when you look at like
shit.
this is such prime example to me. Like watching her go through the situation with Baby Storm and just every person like even after whatever happened with her and Cleopatra, which is like I'm not saying that's completely just so like insane, but I just feel like there's certain ways that you go about dealing with friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were really your
Yeah.
friend, like especially with friendly feuds, like I feel like that when you, yeah, obviously you know your friend by the things that they do, but honestly, you truly, truly, truly know a person when you two are at odds. That doesn't mean be at odds intentionally, but when that happens, you're not going to be perfect with a person. I feel like that's what a lot of people strive for. They think that we're just like these perfect best friends. We're blunt
Hmm.
with each other. We're very open. We're very honest. We're very cutthroat. But sometimes we will have to take some time. You know, with that whole situation, Ice Spice, literally everybody just wanted to hate on her. Everybody wants to hate on her for anything. I feel like that mad situation was completely stupid. Honestly, I feel like it was PR,
Hmm.
and they honestly look at how they just literally went with the white woman's tears. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when Cleopatra, even though I'm not down in her situation, I didn't watch all fucking what was it? What was it like 70 parts? But I don't know.
Like it was like 7 parts, and they all was like hours long.
Yeah,
Like,
honey, I'm
okay.
not sitting through that. I didn't even sit through the first part, but I just feel like from what I skimmed through, yes, I'm not saying like what the fuck she experienced was wrong, but she already felt away. She already felt away prior to going into that because of the messages, right? Going to the internet and just kind of just like airing her shit out, that was not only Leah, like that was not only fucked up. Well, obviously do what you're gonna do if you went through whatever you went through, but honestly that was so fucked up because that's your friend. But at the end of the day, also that also gives people the window to say whatever they want. Now you see her whole team and just everybody and their mother literally chiming in on, oh, I spice this, I spice that. And I feel like with friendly feuds, it's not when you fall out with a friend, like when me and you had our little debacles, nobody knows when we fall out. Nobody knows when we have problems. Nobody knows when we have issues because we have that relationship where like we're gonna eventually talk about it. And yeah, we might talk with like close friends about like, hey girl,
Like
this is, like,
Ben.
you know, like Ben, like, oh my god, this just got me fucked up, but I still love her. But at the end of the day, like it's never going to be to the extent where I'm arguing with you on social media. It's never going to be to the extent where I'm talking about you and spelling your business and XYZ123 because you and I are at odds. And then it's like they expect an immediate reconciliation afterwards. And that's what I think is so fucked up. What is the proper way to like go about a feud in your perspective?
Like we're best friends, right?
Like with us. Like say like when we have
So
our feuds.
like if like we ever had a feud, like it would never give me going on the internet ranting, talking about like, oh, how you live or anything. Like that's not a solution. Communication is
By
the
the way,
number
I'm
one.
living fabulously because I know a lot of other friendly feuds. A lot of bitches like to say I'm broke this, broke that, feud this, bill that.
Oh
But a
no,
lot
my
of
bitch is
bitches,
paying.
bitches paid, okay? Toes was moving
Okay.
in 1 year, but girl.
Okay.
So we saw who had the designer at the birthday dinner. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, like I feel like communication is definitely the number one key in a friendship, relationship, thing, a situation in general. Like no shade, I would give like 3 days. Like it depends how bad it is. Like if it's really bad, I give it some time, like a week. But not too long. And you know, I'm gonna like speak about it. Like it's gonna brush over my shoulder. We're gonna have a conversation about it. Like it doesn't give like me talking shit in your DMs or argue with you on a space or whatever app. Or going on Instagram or Twitter and like just blasting you off, like
And you know
I don't
what's
feel like
so
that's
crazy? To these simple-minded people, obviously they think that they're getting their point across. They think it's the right thing to do, but it's so far from what the fuck you should be doing. Because ultimately, when you have this debate, friend or not, when you get into it with somebody, you're literally giving people what they want. They want to see you rise. People want to see flaws in us. They're always going to try to pick and pride. Do you know how many times you have gotten into it with certain SoundCloud artists and they come to me and go, oh, she's not your friend for real. Or like you and me, we're not on a panel together. We're not in a space together, girl. You know, I'm not on certain apps. I'm sure girls come to you all the time. You tell me how bitches go, oh, this girl this girl that. It's like, honey, they want to see you slip and crack. So I feel like when you do these things of entertaining these arguments or entertaining these debates and going back and forth with these individuals, not only are you just ruining your relationship, that is horrendous. Okay, I don't feel like there's any coming back from going to the internet, respectfully. But you're also just giving these people a show, so you're just playing the game. You're being a pawn, essentially. A lot of these people, when they get into these relationships, and they expect that, like they welcome that and they want that, and that's just so, ugh.
I hate it for them miserable bitches. That's what we would call that.
Girl, like how these people are, and then like you really, really, really do question. I completely understand why a lot of people question having relationships and having friendships because it is really difficult. But at the same time, it's like I could never imagine a life without Brooklyn. I know that sounds crazy, but I really couldn't because it's like it'll be times where it's like, girl, I just feel like I'm just at my wit's end. Even mother kind, bitch, even diva and mother kind. So we have our times where we're just at our lowest. Tears, like I'm just thinking about times, tears, the whole nine. Like I just know Brooklyn has been there for me so much, and I've been there for her so much. So it's like
so much.
And I'm just so used to anything I go through, whether it's not major, small, happy, short, tall. I could literally have jumped the highest height I've ever jumped, and it could be a small little skip. Brooklyn will be there with the pom poms, and same thing. Let her drop a song, bitch. I shake my ass to it. It could be her burping on the track. I'll still get down.
Okay.
Like
and same to you.
And I feel like that's what it truly is. It's like being your true, honest support. And obviously, if you're wrong, I'm going to let you know behind the scenes. Like, hey, sis, like all the time, countless times. But you know, sometimes you just been fucked up in some situations. But it's obvious, like being who you are, though, as a person. I feel like a lot of people don't know this about you. Is like you have a really, really, really golden heart. You just don't play about your respect, and you really don't like when people are like putting you in situations, and when you're put in the corner, bitch, you're gonna go out scratching. And I feel like a lot of people catch you in those moments, and that's when they like build up these mindsets about you. And obviously, you're a pretty ass bitch. Hello, like duh, gorgeous. They're always gonna have some type of just like jealousy towards you, so they're always gonna try to find something to just like pick at with you, and that happens with us a lot. But I feel like the two of us just knowing each other's there and having each other's back is like even shit can go crazy. Like, bitch, my bitch is still there. Would you intentionally date someone that your friend has dated?
No, that's embarrassing. Like boyfriend or girlfriend. This is my sister. Like this is my best friend. Like I would never even look at a boy that like she dated. Like I'm barely friends with them. So why the fuck would I even talk?
What bitches like to do? I've had this happen to me so many times with a specific individual where it was like, girl, what the fuck? I'll be talking to a guy. All of a sudden, the guy is all she wants to talk about. This guy is all they want to talk about. Then it's like suddenly after they're the main ones. Let's say a nigga pisses you off. You know how niggas piss us off all the time. You call your homegirl. And sometimes it be fucked up to the point where you're like, bitch, you gotta get the fuck up and go. If you talk about the same thing all the time, bitch, it's time for you to leave that nigga, obviously. But when they be too quick to tell you to leave a nigga, it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. That bitch that was so quick to tell me to leave that nigga, girl, guess what? Found out later on, the bitch has a nigga's number on the phone with the nigga. I'm sitting here getting over this boy. You're on the phone with him. But that is what, and then they mask it with the, oh, I'm only doing it to be your friend. I'm only doing it as your best friend. Don't be insecure. Insecure. Bitch, you just told me how much you despise this man. Now you're on the phone.
And now
with
you're
your
the first one on his
besties.
phone.
You're besties and you're talking about me. Thank God I'm not dating the type of men I used to date because it was horrible. But oh my God, did you see what was going on with Offset and Cardi B, bitch?
Ooh.
Cardi B was basically on live, just like going in about how Offset was doing like a lot of shady shit to her, and like how he's been like really like, you know, just like a bitch ass nigga for real, and like she's been like holding it down, holding it down. And I just kept on thinking about like the times I was going through with all these weird ass boys that I knew I should not have been with. These girls, when they think that they're like on your level or they think they're having a one up on you by dating these boys, they're just pawns and they don't even realize how much of like a toy they're being played with right now. Like
at all.
The guy is only with you to be getting at me. Cause when you're not looking and when you're doing the little shady shit that you're doing, he's saving this so he can throw it in my face. And then what's so crazy is he's gonna do all this shit and he's still gonna try to be on my phone at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m. How many times that happened to us? That's like
Too many times I can't even count on my toes and my fingers.
times. And it's like years and years and years down the line. There is nobody that I have honestly dealt with. A girl, first of all, 2024, bitch, not claiming no nigga, never been with no, but well, except
Okay,
it's
but you
an
know,
exception. But never been with nobody else. If you were,
nobody else.
yeah, I'm not counting nobody else. If we just talked, if we were whatever, nobody else. But that one, he was my husband. I'm sorry. He was my husband. They're still going to. I can't name not one nigga that's not still checking for Evan. Not still trying to come. How many times have you bumped into a nigga and he brought me up that I dealt with?
Too many.
And it's
Too
like
many.
they bring you up when you're not around. They bring you up years later, and it'd be like, girl, like you really
I'm
think
still
they're
on
gonna
your
give
mind,
up?
heavy.
Hello.
So we must have did something very much impact. That's what it's given. I don't know.
Bestie, I don't think that there's ever been a nigga alive that's ever like not wanted to claim us. They've been given the worst stories known to man that's not true. They've done the worst. They've leaked things. They've
tried
things.
it.
They tried things. They still try to come back. Always. You girls,
they know where home is,
but it's not. But you're outside. You're homeless, and you're still trying to like be outside my door, man.
This is not the complex you want to live in, bitch, and you won't be. So that's what it is.
When I was a little trailer park, a little insecure girl that didn't really know too much, that was your perfect opportunity to do whatever, have your way. And now that I'm grown, I'm older, and I have more something called morals and self respect, which a lot of these bitches don't have, and that's why it blows up in their face every time, and they look so stupid because bitch, in what world is talking to anyone's nigga like cute? I'm sorry, I feel like that's so elementary school. That's so elementary school.
It is like I don't understand the concept of it. Like, what do you gain out of it?
If I don't like you, anything that you romantically like is disgusting to me. The guys, I don't care if you dated Odell Beckham and he likes getting shitted on. So, girl, anyway, I'm gonna throw up every time I see that beautiful man because I'm gonna think about the disgust of you being on him, you huddling with this boy lying to you and telling you that you're cute.
I feel like that comes from like girls that really didn't have when they was younger, like. You know, like I was never an ugly girl.
Never.
So like when like we was never ugly girls.
We were just
like
insecure. We were really
insecure and didn't know how to like really like do it. We didn't really have our own like you know, like we didn't have our own gig like then. So we like get influenced, like no shade, pretty girls like us, we get influenced by pretty girls, that girls that support girls. So you know, and then we find our own path and we find our ways, and then you know niggas just love us because we're original. We don't like do all that other stuff.
I dealt with this a lot where it's like bitches they'll be so jealous of you that they'll try to come into your mix. They'll try to come into your life. Whether it be being your enemy. A lot of bitches, they like being your enemy. That's why I tell you all the time not to get into it with these bitches because they like that shit. They see that you're beautiful as fuck. They see that you seemingly have it all together, even though you might think that life is just falling apart right now. You look flawless. You are flawless. You are fabulous. You have an amazing best friend. You have the whole thing. So it's like bitches see that and they go, how can I get that? How can I get in this girl's life? And if they can't get in your circle by being your friend because you're not going to give that up to anybody, just anybody,
they're going to go
to the length of being your enemy. They rather be your enemy because they're still in your life. But it takes two to tango. So if you're not dancing, them bitches have no choice. They have no access to you. They have no way of getting to you emotionally. They have no way of getting over you. So we're not those insecure little 16, 15, 14, 17-year-olds. Like niggas are not the height of our life anymore. We can honestly get the fuck up and move on. Yes, we can be hurt a little bit. We'll be bothered, shake it off and we'll move on. They do not dictate who we are. We don't need them for security in ourselves. Like once you get to that point, you trying to talk to this boy that I talk to because you think that we're on the same level or we're equals, that's not a thing. So I'm not going to let you have that power of getting me angry or getting me out of my body. And I think about that all the time. It's like, these girls, you always have to ask yourself, and I want everybody that's watching this. So before you get into it with somebody, I really want you to look at them and say, like, is this bitch even worth it?
Is she even worth
And
my time?
majority
Like,
of the time, it's not. And then I promise you, it sounds corny, but when you actively diva, I tell you this all the time. You follow that. When you get into it with a bitch that's low it and not worth it, afterwards, that bitch feels all hype because even win, lose, or draw, she still got the argument out of you. She got the argument out of a pretty bitch, so that means automatically in her mind, she's with you. You feel the ultimate lowest. You regret it. It don't matter if you win, lose, or draw. You're still gonna sit there and be like, why the fuck did I even give this bitch time of day? And if you don't want to keep asking yourself who, what, where, and why, bitch, you literally have to start applying this. I promise you, when you apply this into your life, girl, you will literally feel so much better, and you will literally, these girls will be non-factors to you, and they'll just literally just blend in with the rest of the fans.
be losers. Like, I always say, if a girl like just gives like they're always in competition with you, or like they can't trust you, like, or they always throw back the stuff that you tell them when you're down, like on your lowest. Those are not friends. Those are bitches that are trying to be your friend because you're that girl, but they secretly hate you and want
They
your
want
life.
to. I feel like what they do is they think that, oh my god, like bitch, you can't get past this, you can't surpass this, you can't do this. It's like, yeah, that was a low moment, but bitch, I'm still here.
They trying to take down the final boss. Like, you're the only one that they feel like is competition, and you might not even feel like, oh, that's my friend. Like, they would never think like that.
Exactly.
And bitches will 100% be thinking like that on the back end, and the only thing that they need to do is try to quote unquote take you down, but. And they feel like they won, but they're just losers, you know?
That is why a lot of people are so envious when it comes to us. They're so drawn to our relationship. They don't know what the fuck is gonna make us tick, what the fuck is gonna make us boom. But it's like, bitch, we've been knowing each other for like 6 damn near years. Bitch, we've been through every different type of hairstyle, lifestyle, friend group, anything. We've done it. We've been there. And I feel like we've learned each other so much to a point where, and we know each other, we trust each other, and we love each other so much to a point where it's like any outside issue will literally be little to us. Honestly, I really want a lot of the girls to take this away. I see this girl on Instagram I follow. She says this all the time, bitch. If you see bitches talking about you or the people that you have going on or whatever's going on in your life, honey, and this is my younger girls because a lot of those girls are going to be tuning into this, honey, bitch, brush that shit off your shoulder because, bitch, they have to talk about you because, bitch, when they talk about themselves, honey, no one listens. Bitch, it's bitches.
It's nothing much about them. They don't have no personality. They don't have nothing.
It's bitches I have fallen out with over a year ago. They talk so much shit about bitches on certain spaces. They come back after a year. I'm not nowhere around.
Ooh.
Bitch, why every day? I mean, and these are to bitches that dogged you out, dragged you through the motherfucking mud. The mud. Aired you out in ways I couldn't even imagine. You go to those same bitches and try to talk shit about me day in and day out on a fucking app. Are you kidding me? And people wonder why I am the way I am. And bitches like, oh, you need to stand. It's not standing up for myself if I'm gonna sit here, bitch. Who are you to argue with? And it's so crazy because it's like I would never do the things that you do. These people do. I would never do that. I would never sit here and for people's approval drag you. Yeah, I might. If we're to that extent to certain relationships, if we don't fuck with each other, and there's certain things I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that bitch. But it's never gonna be oh, and let me tell y'all about why this bitch moved. Let me tell y'all about why this bitch got this outfit. No,
they would never give that.
and I know it's a lot of times where I should be like that, and I know it's a lot of times I should air shit out, and it's a lot of times where I should dog this bitch out, drag this out, this, that. But that's not who I am because, like I said, to be KVNT, honey, you got to be REAL. And REAL does not mean argue with every bitch. That just means being a real bitch through and through. A lot of people say that they're real, and then when they get put in situations, they let their emotions overweigh their mind, and then that's why you get bitches fucked up now.
Nowhere.
You get bitches
They get nowhere.
Yeah.
They go back in the same spot, turn around, go back in the same spot. It's the same thing with them. Same routine. I'm speaking about them things. That's when I only had hair on the top of my head, girl.
She started split my hair, girl. It was giving like blocks, but she was still the baddest bitch out. I feel like we look good for
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people talk about how they look. We look really.
Oh, we were
really pretty for the time.
We were definitely up for our
We
time
was
in
pretty
era. We
for
was
the
running
time.
it. Like,
I just hated that we were so insecure, and for a lot of girls, like the insecure girl, oh my god, I don't want to post this, or oh my god, I'm nervous to post this. Do it now. Like I wish I was doing so much shit a long, long, long time ago, sooner than I actually did it. Yes, I'm glad that I started now, anyways, because obviously I have the mental capacity. The fear of failure, or the fear of what people are going to say, when you realize words are really just words and you really finally get over that, you're going to go so much further. And the world really wants to see what the fuck you bitches got going on, because I be so amazed when I see like what you girls do and what you girls create and the things that you girls post and things that you girls do. And I hate so much that you guys let the fear of what bitches that 9 to 10 don't ever have shit going on. If a lot of bitches are spending their time focusing on you and the shit that you're doing and talking about you every single day, honey, what are they doing for themselves? And when you really do look at what they're doing for themselves, it's like,
what? How much? Like, I bended this. Like, bitch, or I do more than you.
What you're gonna end up doing is by saying this, and this is gonna be reality, and we know so many people that's like this. You're gonna end up being like 24, 25, 23, just older, a lot older. Not saying that that's old. That's not old, but it's
That's
old.
not
It's
old.
old for us, for our age
For
range.
us, yeah, like we're old. Like we feel
We're
like we're in
grandmas,
our
right?
20s.
Literally.
Like
Girl, I literally, when I turned
no,
19, I was literally on the phone with Brooklyn, like, my life is over. But you get into these people and you let them distract you from your future, or going to where you need to go, or going to any place where you have the vision and the dream that's instilled in you. You're going to get to a point where you realize how far you could have been, and you're going to be stuck in a place where you're 24, 25, 29, 27, 30, 40, hell, 23,
mm,
on apps and on Twitter Spaces, on social media, seeing people that had the same ambition and the same life that you had, younger than you, thriving, and you get so jealous and so mad because you could have did that and you decided not to because you gave into what somebody else did. When you give into shit like that, you turn into the people that put you down. And
mm.
hurt people do hurt people, but hurt people can always help people too. Who knows, bitch? The way life works, you can get so much further helping somebody than you can keeping them in the same spot. If I'm standing still and you're holding me back, where's anybody going? Where's the progress?
Yeah, I feel like hurt people definitely hurt people, but they also like it's a learning experience. Wait,
Experience.
experience, right? Exactly. I have been through it, and I have learned like
Yeah.
not to like let people like as soon as you see a red flag, like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you need to leave. Like first impression is the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no shade. So the first impression is good, you know. Like you know, let's keep doing this. But the first impression is bad. It gives like jealousy or whatever it gives, like you don't like negative. Just wash your hands with that help the first time.
What I have to learn the hard way is just because you've known somebody for so long, and just because you've been friends with somebody for so long, that doesn't mean that you excuse the thing, or just because y'all had like good moments, good times, whatever, that doesn't mean that you excuse bad behavior. And that also doesn't mean that you re-accept them back into your lives, because people are never going to be the same. Me and Brooklyn are not the same people that we met. Like, what, 5, 6 years ago? We are not those
Yeah, we're
people.
not.
We're those people evolved, but we're not the exact same people that we were. So those people that you fell out with that showed you their true colors, honey, imagine the other colors that they got waiting for you. People can easily put on these facades and you can fall for it because a lot of people are so false safe, feeling comfortable that
Mm-hmm.
they're willing to accept bad behavior and keep themselves in these digging holes when they can easily just get up and just have that self security where they can just move on, and they realize that same relationship that you made with somebody else, even though, yes, get your lazy ass up and fucking work. Bitch, get the fuck up and
Yeah.
go make new friends. I know it's like, oh, I don't want to do that, but you not wanting to do that, you would rather you would tell me you'd rather sit here, get fat, get stressed out, lose your hair, hate everything that you're doing, question yourself, hold yourself back, and build yourself into a goddamn sweaty wall because you want
Not
to
worth
stay with
it.
this. Like, it's not worth it. And when you step outside of that, when you finally do get out of those situations with those people, you're going to not only like not even think about it anymore, but you're going to be so much further.
Online friends, like yes, it's the best. Like no shade. Like
Totally.
I had friends like high school, of course. Like, but I feel like my communication skills, like on like by talking to people on apps, you know, meeting Evan, having a conversation, full blown conversation, like 3 hours,
Mm-hmm.
6 hour calls, like about nothing, boosted my communication skills, and maybe want to go outside and have a conversation with people. It's also good to start fresh on social media, like
Mm-hmm.
meet new people, get to having a conversation, like be who you are. Because if you feel like
Exactly.
okay, you said something wrong, you can fix it, or you could just go to the next, or like try the next time, or find somebody else to do the same thing to. Or shade.
Exactly.
So I
And
just feel
Bessie,
like
what was so perfect is like, also, girls, like, what y'all really need to understand is like, y'all can have these people and y'all can seek these people to be the greatest people in the world. People come to me in Brooklyn all the time expecting, like, they think that just because you know somebody that you're going to automatically be like us. And that's not the truth. You literally have to work to become. It took time for me in Brooklyn to get where we are, bitch. And we're still working. You know, we're not perfect people, even though we are, but we're not all the time. But
all the time,
it's
most of the time, right?
literally like you have to do the work and to become the person that you want to be around, because you truly are who you hang around. Really do care about these people like how you do, how you say that you do, or how you really want to. Don't beg nobody to be in your life and don't drag nobody to be in your life, but really showing that they want to be in your life and they're adamantly doing that. Build each other up. Brooklyn and me have
Yeah,
literally
like
spent
have
forever helping each other out, growing.
like communication is key.
Exactly.
Like you need to talk. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Like
So you gotta
literally.
talk. You have to have conversation. Like tell them how you feel, how you like this, how you don't like this, how you do this, how you do that. And they'll definitely get understanding if they want to be your friend. I promise you, like the relationship will be way more smoother than what you guys were doing before.
You, bitch. The next episode, I just know it's gonna be insane. I hope you girls
We gonna
enjoy this
get into
episode.
business
We
next
really
episode. This was
are.
just
I was not kidding in that trailer when I said,
so.
bitch, you come on the show. We are not your friends
Oh,
on
we're
this
not holding
show. We're
back.
not holding back. Like, we love you girls. Just because we say we're not your friends, that doesn't mean like, girl, I'm gonna like dog you out and talk about how like bitch your mom kicked you out or some shit. No. But I'm just saying, if
Right.
you are into it with a rapper, if there's situations, there's tea, we're not holding back
Oh,
because
we're
we
gonna wake
love
it
you. This
up.
is Wendy Williams. Time to
This is Wendy Williams 2.0. We want all the tea.
And to our fans and to the people that love and support us, thank you guys so freaking much.
Right.
And thank you guys so much for bearing with us. Like, this has been such a long time coming. And music from Fem Thug is coming. Bitch,
Coming
Diva. Support
soon. Coming
Divas
soon.
drops. Literally support Divas drops. Cartoons,
Okay.
animations. It's so much in store. And Diva, I just want to thank you so much for your endless support. And bitch,
Of
it was
course.
like, I'm just so excited to finally have this show
It was so
going.
nice being here.
Can't wait to see you guys next week. I don't know who our
Bye.